It's time for the Writer's Block, our weekly look at sports. I'm Jenni Carlson here in the studios of the Oklahoman, joined by Cedric Golden in the studios of the Austin American-Statesman. Hello.
What's up, Jen? How are you today?
I'm doing well. I'm getting ready for a big Sunday of football, some basketball action, but lots to talk about. But let's start with that big Sunday. Cedric, we talked last week about the great weekend that is the divisional semifinals of the NFL playoffs. 2 games Saturday, 2 games Sunday. Boy, they did not disappoint. I felt like they were excellent games from front to back. What'd you think?
I thought so too, and I don't know. Maybe it was you that said it. It's your favorite NFL weekend.
Yep.
Because she got the cream of the crop.
Yep.
The final 8, if you will, and I just thought that the Kansas City Houston game. I was over at Kirk Bowles' house. Yeah, I know I'm name dropping, but I was actually allowed into his home, and we were all just bugging that Houston was up 24-0, and as soon as Kansas City scored, my colleague Danny Davis goes, Kansas City's going to be leading at halftime. He said that.
Wow.
He saw the avalanche coming, and when it came, it didn't stop. That's almost as bad as blowing the 35-3 lead at Buffalo.
Yeah.
Not quite, but pretty bad.
Yeah, that was a remarkable game on Sunday. I was glued to it. I was shocked the night before when Tennessee beat Baltimore in Baltimore, that Ravens team that was so good during the regular season. But Cedric, it sets up now the divisional finals, which will be both on Sunday. So not a 2-day marathon. That's why I like the divisional semifinals, because you get 2 days of football instead of 1 day of football. But these are the best of the best, and they really do promise to be great games. Sunday, starting with those Titans and the Chiefs, who we've talked about already for their great wins last weekend, followed by the Packers and the Niners, a couple of the traditional powers in the NFL in that evening matchup. You know, this is for the Super Bowl, friend. What do you think about the home teams? We talked last week about how hard it is to go on the road, especially when those home teams were, playing after byes. Can the home teams win these 2 games? Can it be Kansas City and the Niners in the Super Bowl?
Absolutely. And the one thing that if I'm more worried about Derrick Henry if I'm Kansas City than San Francisco is worried about Aaron Rodgers. Do you hear what I just said there?
I did.
That's a statement. I'm telling you, the one thing about Derrick Henry, and we grew up watching NFL in this part of the country, that's old school football.
Yeah.
We got a battering ram running back, and you're going to have to deal with him if you're going to win this game. And our colleague, Clarence Hill of the Fort Worth Star-Telegram had a great tweet. He said, if Earl Campbell and Eric Dickerson had a baby, it would be Derrick Henry. He's 6'3", he runs upright, and he will run your butt over just as soon as look at you. He is the most fun big running back we've seen in years. And Ryan Tannehill's yet to throw for 100 yards in a playoff game. You want to hear a really bad stat if you're a Cowboy fan, Jen? Mike Vrabel has won just as many playoff games in 2 weeks as Jason Garrett did in 9 seasons.
Whew, man, yeah, that hits you hard if you're a Dallas Cowboys fan. But you're right. I mean, Cedric, it is remarkable to see. We've seen the evolution of these running quarterbacks. We've talked about it before. The Lamar Jacksons, Deshaun Watson. Obviously, Russell Wilson's been at it for a while now. But to have that running game be so successful, I mean, when the Titans won their first playoff game, the wild card game, I think people were shocked and thought, well, that was nice, but that's got to be it. Here they are playing for a shot to go to the Super Bowl. Unbelievable. And there's a lot of talk about passing, obviously, in the NFL as the air raid effects have sort of carried over to the NFL. But I heard something during the playoffs that was a little bit surprising, at least to me. If you look at the top passing teams in the regular season, I think it was the top 4 passing teams in the NFL did not make the playoffs. The top 4 rushing teams in the NFL did, and that includes the Titans, said. So you're talking about something that, when it comes to weather, when it comes to all the different factors that come in, Titans can control that. So that's going to be a really interesting differing of styles offensively. Obviously, Pat Mahomes and all that they do in Kansas City, with Tennessee coming in with Derrick Henry. So who wins that chess match? But I think every bit as interesting is what we see Green Bay, San Francisco, old guard Aaron Rodgers and new guard Jimmy Garoppolo, but the Niners said they have a great defense. Who wins that one? That's the primetime matchup. Who wins that?
Well, the Niners killed them 37-8 in the regular season, and I think they're going to beat them again by double digits. And the reason is they have the luxury, Jen, of rushing four and getting big pressure on the quarterback. That front four is as good a front four as we've seen in 3 or 4 years in this league. Aaron Rodgers is fleet of foot, even at his advanced age. He's going to be up against it, trying to find throwing lanes for Devontae Adams and company. I really don't think they're going to be able to block the 49ers. And if they can't block the 49ers, Rodgers not going to have time to operate. Yeah. Aaron Jones is a terrific young running back. Should get some MVP votes, but he won't. But I'm telling you, I just think that the 49ers at the house, Jen, with that front four, they're going to be able to get out of the house with a dub, and they're going to be in the Super Bowl for the first time in quite a while.
Hey, they had 2 wins a year ago. San Francisco, unbelievable turnaround. I didn't think beginning of the year, I never would have thought that they were going to be having this kind of season. But I'm with you, Sed. I think the Niners win. I think the Chiefs win. I think it sets up a great Super Bowl. But again, Sunday, great day of NFL games. So a lot of eyes will be on that.